just wanted to squeeze in a little bit of NWSL footnotes just to catch you guys up within, because we're 3 weeks through, I believe, of the NWSL season so far, and there have been some surprising things that have gone on, and also just some keeping you guys up on who's leading the league and some odd categories as well. So far, highlights, big main takeaways from the third week of the season. Alex Morgan's actually leading the league right now with 3 goals with the Pride. The Pride, if you guys haven't kept up on it, has been performing quite well. I'll touch on that in just a second. And then Dabinia is leading the league with 2 assists. Dabinia's got 2 assists, 1 goal, and Dabinia to me is still one of the top 10, top 15, top 20 players in the world. She's gonna have a monster summer this year with the NWSL, as I think a lot of players are. So I'm the NWSL action this summer is going to be awesome. And lastly, the Orlando Pride are in first place right now, which has been, I think, come to a shock to a lot of people. The Orlando Pride have had a very precarious situation over the last few years. The reason why I say precarious is because on paper, the Orlando Pride are like a really, I think, a great team. I mean, they've got Sydney Leroux, Alex Morgan, Marta, um, Ashlyn Harris, Ali Krieger. They've just got so many veteran players with a lot of great experience. And when you add in players like Tony Presley into that mix and you bring them all together, it makes for a team that should perform great. Even just saying the 5 or 6 names that I just said, it sounds like a team that should perform great. And the Orlando Pride just haven't really been able to put that together, dating back all the way to 2017. If I'm not mistaken, they'd usually finish last, second to last, third to last. And now they're off to a really hot start. And I know it's really early in the season, but it makes me wonder, could this be the season that the Orlando Pride turn it around? Which, for all my Pride fans out there listening and watching this right now, I hope they do, because for the last 2 seasons, the Pride haven't done all that well. The one thing that really sucks for the Pride this summer is Alex Morgan's going to be going over to the Olympics and also playing in send-off games the summer series, and will be gone probably most of the season. So I hope that the Pride are able to recover with the pieces that aren't going away to the Olympics and can perform well, because the Pride could use some wins. Um, and the one thing I want to mention too is the Pride, in their great start, they've won 2 and they've drawn 1, and they've won the 2 games against really good competition. That includes the Portland Thorns and the North Carolina Courage, both of which I could argue are going to be 2 of the best teams, some of the best teams in the league this season. So it's not like they're beating bottom table poorly performing teams. They're beating really good teams. So it's a long season. Only time's going to tell. But I'm pulling for the Orlando Pride and really all the teams to do well, because the better they play, the more entertaining it gets, and the better that experience we get for fans. So really exciting stuff overall. One other thing that I also found interesting was that Racing Louisville actually has had a pretty decent start so far. I feel really bad. I might have jinxed Racing Louisville. I was singing their praises a few days ago. I can't remember if it was on a live or if it was in a video I made, but um, I was singing their praises, and then that night they went and got stomped by North Carolina 5-0. So I was like, maybe I should just keep my mouth shut. But it's like the fan curse, right? Once you say something out loud, usually the opposite happens. But that's how it goes. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your biggest surprises or highlights so far for the NWSL season? Or what do you think is going to happen when a lot of U.S. Women's National Team players exit the league for a month or two this summer and go play overseas? I'm really fascinated to see what the league will turn out to be like with a lot of the U.S. Women's National Team players gone. But only time will tell. Whatever you think, feel free to jump down in the comments below and let me know whatever your thoughts are.